I want to go first.
Ooh, let's get ready to rumble. We back. New game in order for our second topic, which is Windows 10. That's recently rolled out, and I am gonna say everybody's gonna get their chance to, speak on those who actually did migrate over some features that stood out in their minds. But I will say this: Microsoft, raw freaking bro, that operating system is awesome. And to think the tech preview that me and Shinwar were using, it's vastly different from that. They improved on almost every aspect of that.
That's why it's a preview.
Man, what? What you say? Shut up. Anyway, Windows 10 is that fire. And normally, I would say that I was skeptical because with the whole Vista and the Windows 8 and all that, like I just was not gonna be an adopter of it. But I had a free upgrade, so I went ahead and did it. And boy, with the streaming, with the Xbox and all that other stuff, unbelievable. It's just too much for me to even get out right now. But what I'm gonna do is give the panel a chance to talk on it first. So I'm gonna start off with Shin Jackman. Your thoughts on Windows 10?
It's alright. I'm not upgrading my my desktop. Desktop is gonna stay Windows 7, but I did update my laptop. It's cool. Nice features. There's one particular feature. If anybody's having trouble in trying to, find like a control panel and settings and all that, if you create a folder on your desktop and there's a name that you rename the folder. It's called God Mode, and there's and there's like a whole bunch of numbers that follow. It gives you like unparalleled settings to your Windows 10 computer. So I thought that was cool. That was real cool. Outside of that, it's alright. I mean, I didn't like Windows 8 nor 8.1. I've been on 7 forever. 7 is like great, the equivalent to XP, but 10 has its good points. And it's good that they did have a preview build. The technical preview for the last almost last year. It's been like 9 months, 9 months. So if people were skeptical, they were able to test that, play with the build and get used to it instead of just dropping it like Vista and Windows 8. And people like, nah, but if you're willing to upgrade, and if you're already having problems with your Windows 7 or 8, upgrading, it potentially fix things.
Yes.
So that's it.
Now, I would say like the interface is very slick, very streamlined, very sexy, it's smooth, And I put it on my mom's laptop, and it's running great. And Windows 7, it kind of struggled a bit because she had a whole lot of stuff. My other cousin, D, shout out to him. Hopefully he's recovering well. He put like a bunch of music on my mom's computer, and my mom's, I got to upgrade some stuff on it. But the Windows 7 was running slow. I put the 10 on it, and man, it's just like it was night and day. It really, really, really good stuff. So
there's another thing, real quick. The one thing I don't like is that they're charging you for certain things.
Like,
for example, DVD player. The app. There's no DVD player app included. Obviously, everybody knows VLC. You can get VLC, whatever. Yeah. But for the people, the average consumer, they don't know anything about that. They want to pop a DVD in there, which doesn't play Blu-ray, one, but you have a DVD player. The app is $10. And
wow.
They're charging $10. Then, for Solitaire, if you want the one without the... What is it? The ads and everything. It's $10 a year without ads. Now you have older women. They be on their jobs or they're at home. They like to play Solitaire. For all these years, Solitaire has been defaulted as one of the games that was embedded in Windows. This year with Windows 10, you can have it free, but it's littered with ads, and I've even heard people catching viruses through these ads.
Wow.
So Microsoft, in their infinite wisdom, even though Windows 10 is free, if you want to play Solitaire, personally, I don't care for it, but for the people that want to play Solitaire, unscathed, you gotta pay $10 a year for an unad Solitaire.
Now you know why a lot of these things are being charged. Because the free upgrade, they're taking a loss for doing that. So I think you're only gonna see that for those who did the free upgrade. If you go and buy whatever, well, that remains to be seen. Well, it's still early, but Gokin, what are your thoughts on Windows 10?
Okay.
Good thing, high notes and low notes, like Jinwar did.
All right, so as you guys know, I work IT, so I'm actually working on enterprise deployment for Windows 10. Like the next couple of weeks, I'll be doing like some in-depth stuff. Customization.
Wait, your company's already using Windows 10?
We're rolling out Windows 10. But it's I don't want to go. That's work. Go too deep in that. But I'm creating images for that.
Okay.
I'm using it on my main desktop. It's my main OS for right now, and I mean it's solid, man. It's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing about it is the kernel is so smooth. They're moving in the direction of they've been trying to for a while now of like a stable OS.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
Well, this one is built from the ground up, from what I'm hearing.
That's not ground up.
That's where I work now in my new IT field. Like we were discussing it at lunch, and they're like, they try to not use anything from the old side because building Windows off of old Windows is gonna give you old problems.
Well, so Windows 8 didn't have a lot of problems. It was just a shitty implementation. Right?
Yeah.
So they basically took that small Windows 8 kernel and said, all right, fuck, we know we fucked up and tried to make this tablet thing. It's basically like a tablet. And they said, all right, we're just going to put everything back that was great about 7, which is what they did. It's just a buttery smooth Windows 7 with the great features of Windows 8. They kept all the good things about Windows 8, got rid of all the bad shit, and put it on top of Windows 7.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying that they use the same code base. That's obviously that's not the same. It's not what they did, but it's smooth, right?
Yeah.
One thing also, although it's still buggy, and if anyone's using the Edge browser, I'm actually still using Chrome.
I haven't used Edge yet.
Chrome all day, yo.
It is fast.
Chrome all day.
Fast. Now, I mean, listen. Not for nothing, the Edge, Microsoft Edge blows Chrome out of the water as far as speed goes.
Nah. Gokin, they did a speed test. Chrome still beat Edge.
Listen, so as a user, when I open up Edge and I'm opening up websites and shit, and the fact that they're open by kind of before I can even blink,
right, but let me tell you, you know what? There was a meme on the internet. Remember the Scooby-Doo when they would take the mask off and it'd be somebody else? They did that with Edge, and they was like, Internet Explorer 10. What is this? Yo, that was funny.
Look, IE is terrible, but listen, what they're doing with Edge. It's going to be a game changer for the OS, right? It's going to be they're going to make it a lot harder for you to be like, oh, I want to use Chrome, right?
Yeah.
Chrome, like once you start putting all the plugins and add-ins and shit, the shit gets buggy, man. And it's still not optimized. When you open up your task manager, look at Chrome and have like 10 windows open, look how much fucking memory that thing uses.
The overhead is too high.
For each tab, all right? So it's still not optimized. So the Edge browser is pretty good. I'm still using Chrome, but I think I'm going to invest a little bit more time in it. But
they paying you to say that, Gokin. Come on.
Shots fired. Warning.
Shots fired.
He's been secretly losing IE, so he's happy there's a better version out.
Yeah, time will tell, right? Time will tell. So
okay.
I think Windows 10 is a great operating system for now. Until the next couple of weeks, I'm really going to delve into it because this is where you start turning off all the little features that are kind of native to the OS, right?
Yeah.
Get it all enterprise and make sure things are not going on. So it's going to be cool. The next couple of weeks, I'll be digging really deep into it and turning a lot of the back end stuff off. So
okay. Now, before I give On Your Knees the floor, you see, without putting MetLife's information out too much, I noticed. We're using a Windows 7 Enterprise that looks like it's a custom version that has Windows 10 stuff in it. Because I did me and my coworker did about 40-something computers, and we're looking. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the Windows 10 thing. What is going on here? I guess it's something custom just for MetLife, but seeing that, it's just like, hey, you know what? Why didn't they just go to Windows 10? They want this custom 7 with 10 features. Hey, that's on them. But On your knees, your thoughts of Windows 10 if you have used it, and if not, what are your thoughts on what you've heard of it so far?
Well, I got my upgrade scheduled for tonight at 3 a.m., so it'll do it overnight.
Okay.
So I haven't had a chance to play with it hands-on. I will tomorrow. But just the same reminder I gave last week, make sure you shut down all the shit that reports back to Microsoft, including Cortana. She reports everything you do back to them, so make sure you shut those things down if you're going to go with Windows 10.
Especially with the connecting to your friend's Wi-Fi, because it'll like say, hey, you know, connect to your friend or share stuff.
Yeah, it'll try to share your
off.
Wi-Fi connection automatically.
You guys actually use that?
No, we turn that off. That's
who uses that?
This is a PSA for all the other people out there.
Yeah, because it's on by default. You got to go in there and turn it off. You know, well, at least in my case, you know, so.
No, it says it. If you go to Express, yeah, when you're installing, please do not click the Express install. Just click the.
But you know what? This is, you know, a PSA for the average user.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying when you're doing the install, they ask you if you want to do Express or you want to kind of see you want to use the second option so you can see that you personalize everything, make sure you turn all that stuff off. It tells you right there. It tells you exactly what everything is. It's about 3 pages of things if you don't do the Express.
Okay. All right. So on your knees, were you done with your point?
Yeah, I got not much. I don't have much on it because I don't have it yet.
Okay. So like tomorrow.
Get on it.
Yeah. Tomorrow, you know, give us your thoughts on it, and then you know, if you want to type something up, we could stick a review, like a weekend review of Windows 10, going through everything. So you know, all right. NYC Playboy, have you had?
No.
Not yet.
No, I did the media tool. I have Windows 10 64-bit professional, but I've been in IT for 17 years, and I do not jump. I am not an early adopter of OSs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially coming from Microsoft. I'm going to wait 1 year plus a service pack because HAL 10,000, he is running Windows 8.1 right now, and he is burning it up. So I love it. No. Sorry.
That's actually,
you know, and
that's actually the right answer. I'm just jumping the gun because I have some stuff I want to look at.
Okay.
You gotta wait for the first service pack because
now,
shit's broke.
Now the reason why I did it, because you know, I put it on the desktop and my laptop has 2 hard drives, so I have dual booting. I go between 7 and 10, you know, so it is what it is for me. But I think that Microsoft might have it right on some angles, but it's still early. We don't know the bad stuff yet, you know, because Microsoft can't afford to mess up with this OS, because look, the DRM shit with the Xbox and how they got flack for that. You know, they have to be like they're walking on a tightrope. Get this right, Microsoft. All right, so Khalif, what are your thoughts on Windows 10?
Well, I mean, I don't have a PC, so I don't really, I haven't really been able to try it out or anything like that. Yeah, I'm a Mac user, so whatever. But Mac user guy.
You're a black user?
Black
ain't nothing wrong with being a black user.
Black Mac user.
I have one of those too.
Yeah, so, but no, I haven't had a chance to play with it or anything. I'm interested in, how it's gonna affect Xbox. I mean, I'm real interested in their new UI. I don't know if they're dubbing that the Windows 10.
Yeah, in November.
Okay, so yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm definitely that's one of the main.
You don't have a choice.
Well, yeah, I'm that's my main gripe about my Xbox One right now is that UI is pretty shitty. I don't like how it chugs and.
But it's gonna change. It's gonna change.
Yeah. So I'm ready for that. That's what I'm more interested in. I'm interested in that update. That'll be the only taste of Windows 10 that I'll get because I don't plan on getting a PC anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm interested in what it does for the Xbox platform. More than anything, but nothing really to say on the PC side.
All right, and Noop, you got the floor before I give Nelson the wrap up.
Can I ask to go first, and I'm going next to last? Anyway,
that's what you get for showing up late, sucker. Yeah, Konami style, baby. No, style. Go ahead.
Pretty much. Y'all pretty much wrapped it up. I am happy with the new interface. kind of like what Playboy said, you know, we're going to need some time to go by to really see what's what. But, I mean, from personal experience, I use my laptop every day for at least 4 to 5 hours a day for work, not necessarily for gaming or anything. And it comes on faster, it shuts down a lot faster. And
yes, it does.
Faster. The operating system is running very smooth. I like the new start button features, how you had those tiles pop up on the side. I love the Xbox integration. I think Microsoft was genius in integrating the gaming portion into the operating system to make it seamless, because I think they're thinking about the future, because again, PC gaming is on the rise, esports on the rise, and I'm not going to branch too far off, but I like that interface. The streaming of the Xbox was awesome.
And it's flawless, man. It was flawless.
I love my achievements popping up. Like, I just got an achievement. I'm playing Master Beef Collection. I got an achievement pop up. Like, I think that's very hot. So, yeah. Keep it up, Windows. Keep an eye on everything and keep it updated. No more, bullcrap operating systems.
All right, good stuff.
And on that note, I'm very much interested in this Xbox integration. I want to see they should have done that years ago. This is an idea that has long since come past to fruition.
Maybe they didn't have the tech to achieve
bullshit.
that. I'm just saying.
We didn't have no technology. No.
Well, we probably had the tech, but not the tech capable of achieving.
Yeah. We send spaceships to Pluto and to land on comets. No.
Yeah, and and you know what? Another PSA. They did find another Earth-like planet.
Yes, they did.
Like a 1,460.
1,400 light years away.
Yeah.
1,400 light years away.
Playboy is right, but I think the difference is, Playboy, we as people and as gamers, we're a lot different now, too. You know what I mean? If they'd done it too early, it might have failed, because online gaming wasn't as big, 5, 6, 7 years ago as it is now. Now it's like, right. That's all there is. Like,
and you know what? To caveat on what Noop said, sometimes there's a good idea that you can't put out if the world's not ready for it. Good example, Breaker's Revenge, an old Neo Geo game, had super moves, all that stuff. It was like our common fighting games back in the day, but how come the Breakers and Breaker's Revenge didn't really take off? It was too complicated. People weren't ready for it, And I think that's the one thing that happens with technology, OSs, and things of that nature. Because if you give them too much, they won't be able to absorb it. So you gotta trickle it out, and then see.
PC gaming master race has always been on the rise.
Well, guess what? Now the PC master race and the consoles with Windows 10 is they're blurring the lines.
Consoles.
But my thing is though, who had the PlayStation 3 and who had Ubuntu on it like me? That was genius. And then Sony fucked it up by taking that ability away.
Yeah,
I was teaching my kid how to do Linux on that.
I did that too.
That was a great tool, and oh my god!
Alex, you taught your kid Linux? What?
Yeah, I'm teaching my kid programming, dude.
But you see, the thing with that, the Linux. Funny. Yeah, the thing with Linux. There was a class action lawsuit that Sony lost because you bought the system with the expectation of having that OS installed in there, but they were afraid of pirating. But that's a whole other story.
Come on, that's the cost of doing business. You a multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation.
They don't care. But for the sake of time, Nelson, your thoughts on Windows 10 so far?
Honestly, it's whatever. The only thing I got Windows 10 for was just for the Xbox app. That's honestly it. I don't care for anything. It's the same thing like Windows 7 to me. The only thing is that not everything is fully optimized. Like Google Chrome is fucking horribly dick slow compared to Microsoft Edge. I'm currently using Microsoft Edge right now to run everything. So
are you serious?
Yeah, it's faster. It optimizes. It optimizes Flash Player. It has
but does it run YouTube videos at 60 frames on Edge?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Did you not hear me when I said it is super fast?
Yeah, it's no.
Honestly, like a paid shrill.
No, but honestly, my first.
All it is Internet Explorer 11.
That's right.
When I first turned it on, right, I booted up Google Chrome because it's like muscle memory or whatever. So I clicked on it. I was like, damn, this shit is dead ass taking fucking forever. It takes literally about not like some over exaggeration shit, but like maybe 35 seconds. But when I click on Microsoft Edge, it's about maybe 5 to 10 seconds. And then also same thing when I'm loading pages, especially like let's say social media or YouTube or even Twitch. It still takes a while to load every piece of information on Twitch in order for me to go into the dashboard. But with Edge, I just click on dashboard and it's done.
You know what? Is that done intentionally?
I don't. Well, honestly, I know that Microsoft Edge. Like, if you pay attention to Google Chrome and Edge, when you go on Google and you search for anything, doesn't matter what it is, you know there's a lot of adware and ads popping up all over Google Chrome. But in Edge, they filter all that fat out and they give you what you want only. No ads, no nothing.
No comment. No comment.
But to finish real quickly with the Xbox app, which is the main reason why I got it, I would like to start implementing this, even though this is kind of like random to say, within the team that does not have the capable means of streaming. Now technically there's zero excuse.
Yeah, it takes away the use of the Elgato. Like, you can actually stream it from the PC and use OBS directly on there.
Correct. So this is actually a very easy route to stream on, and it's 60 frames whether if you're on Wi-Fi or whether if you're on Ethernet. It does not matter. As long as you have at least a 2 to 3 upload, you're fine. So it really doesn't matter on that. Also, you can integrate Windows-based mobile games, vice versa, back and forth between PC and console. That has been implemented. Plus, you can use the party chat from the PC to talk to people on the console.
Yeah.
It's a great way to keep in contact consistently with like your friends on Xbox. That's the main purpose of it. But you know, to me, honestly, it's the same thing whether if I'm streaming or just casually on it. So that's my
well, and one thing that I might have ran into a snag with on the desktop for the company. When I try to use the Xbox app on that, and that's a beefy machine, right? When I on a wired connection, the streaming was really slow, but on the Wi-Fi it was flawless. And
that means there's something wrong with your port forwarding and not allowing enough bandwidth to go through.
Okay, so I may need some assistance with that, like.
And you probably have a shitty ass whatever Cat 5 Ethernet thing. You need to update your Cat to like Cat 7.
Oh, my wires?
Yeah, like your actual Ethernet wires, because there's a certain limitation of your password.
No, Cat 5e should be fine.
You sure? You sure?
Yeah, that's the one that came with Verizon Fios. So
but the thing is, like, is it broken? Is it anything like
brand new
up in there?
Nope, brand new. Brand new.
Because it's either that or is there something wrong with your router that you're not.
I'm pretty sure it's a router at the house.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Then Gokin probably gotta come over and take a look because the Wi-Fi. What's that?
Playboy's Microsoft. He was talking.
Oh, what is Alex? What is your aggregate running at?
I gotta pull everything up.
The aggregate is your bandwidth. I'm sorry. What how much bandwidth are you paying for? What is?
I got the quantum stuff.
It's
what speed is?
Well, I can't even tell you off the top of my head right now.
Well, look it up. You're on your computer.
Oh, wait.
Files.com to log into your router.
We can do that.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll do it at the end or after PSAs. No, because what the heck? Arnold is like, do it now. Yeah, for the sake of time, like I'll get it done. Like I guess on the director's cut and stuff because the next topic after Nelson's done is the game con thing, and that's gonna be I don't know how long that's gonna be. We're gonna try and limit the time frame on that. But Nelson, you want to wrap up this segment?
That's basically all I got for Windows 10 in its entirety. But again, thank you guys for watching. You know, please like, rate, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out our official website, newgamingorder.com, which of course you could get any information about the latest news, podcast information, and whenever we're streaming on twitch.tv. And yeah, so.
Oh, and before we go on this particular segment, anything in the chat?
As of right now, no. Someone came in here saying that they'll give us some chicken if we request for it, and that's it.
Unbelievable. All right, New Gaming Order.
No, it was actually Dragon Senpai saying that he wants chicken.
No, but someone else came into the chat.
I see him.
Yeah, someone
else. I got some chicken if you guys want some.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, so for those watching live, stay tuned. For our YouTube folks, join us for the next segment, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.